Let there be peace and love. Welcome to satsang. We can help with that.
Can eat.
Yes. Not all. Whatever is seen is of non-existence, is the non-existent reality till it appears. Whatever is not seen is yourself. It is as simple as that. Being aware that one can give a shape, a form, can see even emptiness, the absolute, the eternity. I cannot add better than that. Now, if you are still not 100% clear about this, please ask. Please ask. It's a good opportunity. And I see that with my own experience and probably the general experience, we carry bags of mysteries and unclarity, not being very keen to bring them out. So I tell you, life is short. We have one life. Make the best of it. It's a blessing to be freed from that search. It's a blessing, the result of myriads of incarnations, that you take incarnations as lives or as grasping a thought, it's the same. Because what is not to have a search is to see how priceless it is to not to hook at the mind, to not to listen to the mind, or at least not to be enslaved and tyrannized by the mind. Yeah.
So I decided to ask everything, so I have lots of questions.
Good.
So the first one is related to what you started with, that nothing that we see is us. So somehow, I mean, I have this concept, I don't know, that the world is to be rejected, you know, like in Tripura Rahasya, it starts with the disgust of the world. It shows everything is pointless and why should we go there?
That gives start to the search.
Yes. But then, yeah, I was listening to a talk of Swami Dayananda, and he was saying, the wise man is not afraid of the world. With the world I am full, without the world I am full. And I can understand that without the world we can be full, because I can understand that without the world we can be full, because in deep sleep we are happy and there is no world, and it's much easier. But with the world, how can it be that with all the troubles and all the suffering and all this, how can I be happy and full with the world?
Because you can only be happy when you demystify the reality of the world. of what is seen, of what appears. That is the main point in the search. You have to question, oh, I believe so much that this is real because I experience things, I feel things, I can know. But it's exactly the point which is questioned. You are not. That's why this negative way is given. You are not what you feel, the object of feeling, the experiencer of the feeling. You are not. So that you start to at least have a sense, it's not yet realization, but that, yeah, right, I say that I am born according to a calendar, and this body changed so much, those feelings have matured or not, so much, and this knowledge is so much crowded than before, and still I am the same. What is this, the same? What does it mean? It's exactly what you are and what you cannot make out. So, the beginning of the search towards I want to know my real self, whatever word you may say, liberation or enlightenment or realization, starts with the disgust or the extreme exhaustion of someone who may not even tasted enough this world, but he has this feeling. I am not happy, deeply in depth, even with some pleasures. I am deeply unsatisfied, or some expresses that I'm deeply separated, but from what? So that search starts, and you have to see who can help you in that field. Satsang is one of those indications precisely and only towards your true nature, which is fulfillment itself, happiness itself, that there is a world or not.
I understand that, but as long as there is, even if you are realized, there is still, at least as long as there is the body, there is still experiences and there will be suffering. So it looks like as long as there is the world, even if you know yourself, you will suffer, or something in you will suffer, physically or mentally.
What will suffer?
I don't know, but there will be the experience of
the
suffering.
individual. Yeah, but if you don't place yourself in this base of birth, there is suffering as there is pleasure. That's the duality. That is, otherwise there would not be an expression, there would not be a manifestation, there would not be an appearance.
But it's unpleasant still. Like
It
it's
is.
unpleasant to suffer.
But
Is
who
it still?
cares? Who cares? Because now you ask. I guess otherwise you would not ask, because you have not realized your true nature. So you cannot imagine, you cannot describe, it is known. One cannot describe all those apparent contradictions and paradoxes. I cannot. I can indicate to you. You speak because you still base yourself as the one you think you are. So what is your search? Is it to have a well-being in this world, or is it finally to know, but what remains when everything is lost?
Well, it's to know that, but with the belief that it will bring me also to the end of the suffering, like Buddhism say. Or
Don't
like,
worry. It can be said in many ways, but then it gives concepts too. Because if you say, and it's true, it ends suffering because you will not confuse yourself for this body, for example. And yet you may suffer in the body. But you see, I prefer to speak in paradoxes, because it is not that there will be a suffering, it is not that there will be no suffering, and it is not it's opposite of those. It's undescribable, but it is not as one feels or thinks or sense. That is sure. Now, I mean, when you ask a question, it will not be as you limit yourself now. So I think you have to drop the question because you cannot understand how it is after. Or ask a question till you are exhausted by so many same answers or different answers. You never know. Because if you ask what's the point if you still suffer in the body, it shows that you would like to be always happy. Then you understand the word bliss and eternal peace and so on as somebody, as a body-mind, which is fake. It's impossible. Imagine how there is an appearance if there was no disappearance. How there is black if there is no white. Tell me, is there any expression possible if it was not dual? So realization doesn't happen in duality. The realization is just to see, oh, all this duality appears and disappears in what I really am, which doesn't depend on pleasures or suffering. It contains the whole thing. It contains nothing. Doesn't depend.
So the unconditional happiness they are talking about, it's a byproduct, but it's not it. Like the individual.
No, it is. As I started, what a priceless, I don't know, I would like to have a poetical word instead of speaking of price. Help me. To have dropped the search, which means to have dropped the belief in the searcher, seeker too. It is of an amazing happiness, but not the happiness known by senses and emotions and concepts. You see, it stops you ever to want to have another incarnation. Let it be, as I say, let it be a thought or a life to fulfill something else. No. It is fulfilling by itself. And life is turning. Sometimes it stops before your death. Very rarely it happens. It stops when the last breath leaves you. Doesn't matter anyway. Doesn't matter when it stops. But you have unplugged the movements to hook the movements. The individual appears as hooking at. Sure, that will continue, otherwise how to live? This is not understandable, you see. So, better now, I think, to see what you really want and to see where is your own, not necessarily in the mind, where is your own hindrance, where are you feel stuck to realize what is expressed in satsang. not only in the mind. Because the mind wants always to understand and know a priori, in advance, before the fact.
So how to know where my hindrance is without using the mind?
You will see. You need your mind to express it, but you may be surprised to see that it may not be as a high intellectuality as you think. What stops you? We never know. We carry a big suitcase, unnecessarily.
Well, for sure, one thing is I really believe, and I'm wrong probably, but I really believe there is some things that are spiritual and some things that are mundane, and they are not, I can't see how they could go together, like sadhana and mundane activity. I can't see, I can't understand that.
And why don't you trust that where you ask help for that, you may not have to be worried about it? Why don't you trust that? It's like, you see, you search for a long time the right train to go to Tiruvannamalai. Okay. So now you ask many people to be really sure. Is it really going there, not stopping on the way? No, it's going there. There is no stop on the way. So from the platform, from where you think you are, you enter the train. Will you worry if you are still out of the train or in the train? Just take that risk. It's a risk, sure. But you see, it's not a risk if you are sure, really sure, my priority is to liberate myself. I tell you, I would trust that. And that will bring you what you need. And then, don't think too much. I have with me a beautiful image. It's an image, I love it, because it shows how to approach. It's not only a physical attitude which is on the image. It shows how to approach when you need help after having tried in so many places and having been frustrated, disappointed, deeply despaired, whatever, something was wrong. So I don't know what I want you to say. This. Look at this image. This is the Guru. The Guru is so happy to find a fiery seeker that himself gets up and helps. Imagine. It's beautiful. You can learn from here, because you see, here we don't have examples. In India you see not that right attitudes, not that there is a stereotype of an attitude, surely not. But I mean inside, which makes those gestures. Please help me. Oh, I found you. Please help me. I will do it, my dear child.
I'm coming because of this picture. I mean, not because of that picture, just the same attitude, with
Yeah.
the same attitude to ask help.
Yes. What do you want?
For now, I doing this inquiry, and I find different levels in the mind. And somehow I come into satsang and it speaks to me what you tell, so you tell always the same. And somehow I find it's working in different levels, so very daily levels, I mean with the emotions and more spiritual levels also. So I'm very happy to be here. Because this reminder what you tell is very important. Somehow, I find it.
It's essential.
Yeah. But I know it's in the same time it means some kind of need. What
Okay.
is
Which need? To follow the indications.
Yes.
Yes, of course. One needs. Yes. Till one
But
day all vanishes.
Yeah, because I find it's not always here. This need.
Ah. No, but you come. Don't listen to your
No,
moods don't listen to the moods. You still come. Just come. Because it's what you decided once. So never look back.
I try to tell. It's needed not always here because I find, okay, there is no need, but I continue this. And I find that another level where is also, I find this need is coming back somehow.
Yeah, what a luck if it is not over. Good.
I don't know it's a luck or not. Because paradoxically, is somehow I find this seeker who have a needed. I'm not this guy. I'm not the
Okay.
seeker.
Then why you listen to other things? So he plays a hide and seek with you. The seeker plays hide and seek with you. He's still playing with you.
Yeah. Okay.
You see, one expresses in those words which also can give an image, but I will use them. To abide in the self is when there is no more this hide and seek. You understand, right?
Yes.
So you abide in the self. It's not like you feel in and out sometimes. So, as long as there is this need, that there is something too much, come. Come and go doesn't mean anything. It is in the heart, you see. What do you keep in your heart? The core of your heart. That is the thing. If you are satisfied before, okay, good too. But if you want liberation, you will never be satisfied with some platforms. Even if it's some for a while, but it will not last. So that's a luck.
May I ask about landing?
About
Landing.
landing, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
A lot of the time, anything that comes up, I say to myself, oh, it will pass.
Yeah.
I have this faith that I don't know, I can't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then most of the time I don't think about it.
Yeah.
So, but then if I have to remind myself, I'm thinking, why am I having to remind myself? So it's like that there is nothing to know.
Yeah.
Becomes like in itself a sort of mantra, a kind of landing place. And
Yeah, but it's a safe one if you have other landing places. This one is quite a good refuge. Now, if you really want to be freed from landing, including this one, you have to totally trust that you are yourself, whatever appears, is appearing. Sorry. Yeah.
somewhere there is still a want. Somewhere there is still inside me a want to know.
Yeah, yeah. I wanted to add, but you see, this total trust of not checking or something, reminding, is possible when exactly there is no more other interest. Yeah. And if you when this comes, rises, I want to know, use your wisdom. Okay, the person wants to know, but really it's foolish. It can't. It can't. And this you understand, no? Yeah. It can't. You cannot contain what contains you. A cup looks like containing the emptiness. Actually, you have to break the cup. Yeah? The emptiness cannot be limited. Yeah? So use your wisdom. And don't worry, those things disappear when it's done. And doesn't matter if it is at the last breath. Doesn't matter. You know, we dedicate this life for that. Who cares when? Okay. Yeah, hi Ratna.
Something that I want you to talk about is that we have to be. We don't have. You know what?
You speak slightly louder,
okay,
please.
Okay. Being quiet.
Yeah.
Don't landing. Being quiet. Just
quiet can be a landing place, huh? So
yeah.
I have to see what you mean.
I don't know how to make the question, because even for me it's difficult to understanding in the question.
Okay, try.
It's we don't have to hear the mind. We don't have to
hook
the mind. We are not that. The mind can't bring us what we are, because the mind comes after that what we are.
You mean what you think you are, or what? I don't understand why.
We are not the mind, we are not
Okay,
this body.
we are not the mind, we are not the body.
Yeah.
Okay.
I trust this,
Mm.
but I don't realize it. I trust you.
Why? Why you don't realize it?
Because the mind appears and I think that I am this sometimes. I see that happens, then I just be quiet and I don't have words what happens in this moment, no?
Mm-hmm.
But the question is that if we don't have to grasp the mind, take the mind, if we don't have to think we are I, we use the mind for
Sure. Of course,
for
you
this.
use your mind in the opposite way. I am Brahman, I am this self, I'm not this, I'm not that, as long as other thoughts have no power. You have to do that, otherwise what? You have to use your mind upstream, which brings you upstream. I am the self. I'm not this, I'm not that. It is the best tool, the last thought that you have to keep. And don't worry, it will dissolve by itself. Don't make it dissolve by your own will.
This was the question.
Okay, this is the answer. You know, there is this beautiful image in India again. They are full of beautiful images. You have a spike here in the somewhere, an épine, a thorn. And what's a spike? Okay, a thorn. A thorn. And you can't remove it unless you take another thorn and then you remove it. Will you keep the two thorns? You just throw them both. But you need that second thorn, the upstream thought. Who cares? When you say I'm the self, where are you? Tell me.
I'm in the mind when I say that.
Hey! Now you're in the mind. Why you say so? Try. And don't catch the next thought to telling I'm in the mind.
No, I was saying that if I say who I am using the mind for saying. After the
That's what
question,
but that we spoke already just now, no?
yes, and after don't. And trust.
This is a trust. Not entrust. This is a trust. With that shape. Imagine you take anybody on this planet who don't go to satsang. You tell them, say I'm the self. I mean, where is it? Shall I drink it? What is it? So, why I wanted to give that example, I forgot that.
Trust.
When? Huh?
Trust.
About trust.
Yeah, they don't trust. It's a thought, okay, thought among myriads of thoughts. But in satsang, we give the value. You see, a value where it's not nowhere else given. I am the body, don't trust. Don't trust anymore. I am the self, fully trust. You see, twisting the habit of the mind. Okay, call it a brainwash. Then what? Where are you if you say I'm the self and you just keep quiet? It's done. And if it is not done, it's because there is still some power, interest, and whatever in this way. That's all.
I wanted to ask about beliefs and like for time and space, for example. Like I believe that there were yesterday and there will be tomorrow. But in my experience, I was always in the now. But I still believe that there were something else, even though I never experienced really yesterday. I mean, I can't. Or like I believe there is space, but in my dreams, everything is inside of me, and it's not real that there is a space. And even science says that I see things in my mind, that it's reproduced in my mind, so there is no real space. So I know this intellectually, and I believe it's true because even in some experience I've seen it, and still I believe there is time and space.
Because you have to realize yourself.
But how?
But like that. Like that, when you say, I still believe because there is some fact, you feel it in your whatever, something of you, you feel it, you experience that, otherwise why should you be so sure? At that time you say, I'm not what I feel, I'm not what I know, I'm not this, I'm not that. Or inquire, who is feeling, who believes that? And you don't go with the who believes that object or that experience, you go with the who, where it disappears. Again, 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 make it your life. And then you will see. You see, it has to invade your life. But not only, of course, it's very good to have questions. I appreciate also. But you have also to appreciate the answers. Because according to what you take as an answer, it may blow away quite a few questions also. So you have to work from where you are left after an answer, not to go back to the previous, or go back if it had no impact. But who knows? Otherwise you will never have a chance to be blown away by an answer. You know? That's how you see, every time I was meeting my master, first of all I could meet him only if I did my homework. That's sure. And so it was the case, so, and that's how I could hear it differently every time. And every time you feel more enlightened. It's an illusion, but it's like that, because you understand better and deeper and so on.
Why do you say it's an illusion? If you understand better and deeper, it's not.
Because there is no depth in realization, and there is no better. It's once for all, the whole thing at the same time, in a blink of an eye. It's not in time. So try to see that, in fact, you want always, or you have the habit to always describe the time and the space. So you describe the environment of the one you think you are. And the base, that can change according to experiences, but the base is I am born. Somehow that is not questioned.
It's very hard to question because it looks
the
so...
mind will be very reluctant to question, but don't forget, you want to be free. That's why the fire for freedom has to be so strong. Otherwise, the mind will win.
I have a question still that is like really
It's
important. So what I understand from the where you're pointing, the that, for me, what I understand of it is awareness, because it's the only thing. Like I'm aware of, me, this body. I'm aware of the I, and I'm aware of time and everything. So, is it the right direction to think the that, the self, what I am, is awareness?
You can say so.
Yeah.
You just remove the off.
Awareness without objects. Okay.
You are always that. The off makes it in time and sometimes.
If I'm always that, it should be effortless. But for me, it takes a lot of effort to look at, or not look at awareness, but to stay awareness without object.
Because you have been used to think differently of yourself. That's all. But it's an illusion. It will go. It will go. It's a tremendous effort. It's much more effort than any amazing postures. Really. Of course. For somebody. Of course. He has to deny his own, the reality of its own existence. It's made. It's a big thing. But one has to do that. Because he has been mistaken. So are you ready?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And from now, you work for that.
It just looks so simple, and yet so
It
little
is.
people realize themselves in the end. So
Listen, how much we have swallowed, tell me. How much? How many beliefs and what not? I mean, and not only intellectually, in the emotions, in the senses. We are addicts of things.
So there was a question that is coming about an experience you had actually. So when you met Papaji by the Ganga,
Yeah,
and he said, "Show me how you do it," and
yeah,
you close your eyes.
yes.
What happened?
What happened? It happened that I experienced the concept I had of freedom. So it started because it was not there before, and it ended. But as I was not that clear at the time, I was sure that one day I would be permanently there. But then Master was compassionate enough to make me understand that one should not, if even an experience which looks like is not here, no, never try to go back or never wish to go back.
Because it's stirred. The question was stirred up again because you said just now that that you seem to learn along the way
Yeah,
until
along
something
the way.
vanished.
Yeah.
So that experience also had to go.
Oh yeah, sure. But it gave me the blessing to trust my Guru.
Can I ask you something?
Please?
What I see, that I'm pretty much a mess, right? So a lot of real images of myself are blown, but they're quite messy, the image I have of myself.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, it also looks like the more the mess I am, there is a link between that. It's also clarifying to see it.
Yeah, I wanted to tell you, it's a great thing to see that. You are not what you see.
I am not what I see.
You are not what you see.
So when I see the mess, I'm not the mess.
Exactly.
And yet...
And means the mess doesn't hang out in the space. You are not the mess attached to a person. You are not the person in the mess. It's okay. You are not the person in the mess.
Yet the mess seems to...
What? To be familiar.
Seems... there's a connection.
With what? With
Getting
clarity.
clearer to see the mess.
Yeah, but be happy about the clarity, not about the mess. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
I got
I am that which
Yeah.
sees the mess. I am that. I am not the mess. I am that which can see the mess.
Oh, okay. That sees the mess. Ah, okay, that's good. I was in the other side. Okay. Yeah. That's a good one.
You see?
That one I can take. Thank you. Okay. Great. Thank you.
What about aspects?
Where are you? Ah, yeah.
What about aspects of the personality which I don't see, which I'm not aware of?
Oh, don't worry about that. Satsang has the chic to bring everything up. Don't worry about that.
But is it possible for a real person not to know his personality?
You mean the whole person? Of course, there is unconsciousness and consciousness, no? Sure. You look very happy.
Yeah, I was really getting very worried. Really worried.
I'm very happy to see that. Imagine our luck. It's here, written here. Not a day should be spent in a place which does not possess the tree of a wise knower of truth, with its good fruits and cool shade. The company of sages converts emptiness into fullness, death into immortality, and adversity into prosperity. We could translate differently, but it's all about fullness. You see, unreality of the world. This is the main indication of the truth. You see, one should not try to see that, oh, the world is unreal, so this tree is unreal. No, no. In order to see it at once and for all, you have to inquire about your true nature. What is my true nature? Because if you believe you are still a body, this is real. Of course, it belongs to the body. This is a relation. This body is related to the world and is real in this bubble. But it's unreal, unsubstantial. So one has to inquire. Yeah. Hi.
But this is contradictory too, no? That even though the body is not my true self, the
Yeah.
self is expressed in every body.
Yeah.
So it's both. So it is both. The body is not the self.
Yeah, but you see, everything is reality. If the expression from where it comes from, it's from the self. But you cannot realize if you start from the good side. Oh, everything is real. Okay, let me kiss everything, and you will break your neck again. First realize, without expecting that this who is also an expression of the self. That is the miracle which happens. It's like, oh, yeah. Don't try to experience beforehand. Otherwise you make a concept out of it. Fake. No expectation, nothing. Just for the love to be real.
Now I'm trying to see what is in me, what made in me this gate to going in and out. In here, I mean, but it's difficult to see. Maybe I don't need to see what is it.
You need to see that you are following a thought now, which is
Now,
troublesome.
Yes.
Are you needing to follow this thought?
No.
So drop it. And it is in a well where it's lost forever.
Sorry?
It's in a well which is lost forever. Don't put it in the drawer, then you will ask it again. Lost.
says here, end station.
End station.
Yeah, I want to somehow pick it up and do some other things in life, but it seems if you come here, it's end station.
Yeah, it's too late for you, huh? And there is no train going. I'm sorry.
Eye contact is difficult. How long do you look in somebody's eyes?
I am not gazing. It's not my cup of tea. I defended, I prohibited to gaze long ago because it was a fashion.
You never feel uncomfortable looking somebody in the eyes?
I don't see anything. I don't see anything.
That's
Yeah.
easy, that's easy. When I look somebody in the eyes, my mind starts running like crazy.
Don't look with the mind. That's the secret. Thank you.